screenshot that over there. Oh, hopefully that doesn't wobble about too much. That's okay. So now we're live over on both channels as well. So that's all good. Okay, so we're on the Driving to Success 4-in-1 theory kit. Link is available in my bio and the description. You can get it from the App Store or your Play Store, whichever platform you use. Currently, as far as I know, it's a £4.99 and it's a one-off payment. You can use it all the time, which is absolutely brilliant. And it's the app I recommend all my pupils to download, and they do, and it becomes really, really, really easy to use. Okay, so we are going to do the theory test. Okay, so you can got a choice of doing hazard perception, learn to drive, highway code book, road signs in there as well. So we are actually going to do a theory test. And what I'm going to show you, rather than actually doing the full 50-question mock test, we're actually going to choose what we want to do. So we're going to do the practice revision questions. And then that way you can choose any of these categories you want. Okay, I'm going to choose all the categories, but get rid of the videos for now. And then we can do all of these different categories that there are. Okay, so as soon as I click start, then I can choose how many questions I want as well, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or all the questions. We'll stick with 20 questions because we're going to do 20 questions with a breakdown as well. Okay, so I'm going to break the answers down, break the questions down so you start to understand what it is you're trying to learn. So you don't want to memorize this thing, guys. You want to actually understand the question and understand the answers as well, yeah? Okay, so let's start. As always, you're going to choose A, B, C, or D. You're going to give me the answer on the screen, and then I'll choose that. So as most people know, I am live on YouTube and also on TikTok here at the same time as well, okay? Okay, so let's start this off. Okay, let's start this off. So what we're going to do is, well, you're going to answer the question, basically. Okay. What should you be aware of if you've just passed this sign? What should you be aware of if you just passed this sign? Is it only one lane is in use? This is a single track road. You can't stop on this road, or all traffic is going one way. A, B, C, or D. Now I can see Sharers are saying it's one way. Yeah, Wani is saying D. Jew is saying D. There are lots of people saying D. Richard 20 saying D. Zia saying D. Amina saying D as well. Yeah, pretty much all of you saying D. So let's break that question down. So hopefully you guys know what this is. Yes, it is. It's a one-way street or a one-way road sign, okay? So let's look at the other answers. Only one lane is in use. Nope, that's not what this is telling us. This is telling us it's a one-way road, okay? This is single track road. That's not the correct answer. You can't stop on this road. It doesn't say that either, does it, yeah? All traffic is going one way. There's our answer. You break the questions down and then break the answers down. What you want to do is also pick the answer that makes the most common sense and is also the safest option, yeah? If you wanted to, you can actually click this hint button just here, and it tells you, in a one-way system, traffic may pass you on either side. Always be aware of all traffic signs and understand their meaning. Look well ahead and react to them in good time. Easy explanation there. So we know D is the correct answer, and I can see everyone on the screen saying D. Sam is saying D. Queen saying D. Nusrat is saying D as well. Rimpy cool is saying D. Mrs. B saying D. Zia, yeah, you're pretty much. Noah is also saying D. Precious saying D. You're all saying D. Excellent, good. Let's click on to the next question. Not sure why it's not working. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong one. I should be clicking next. I was wondering why it weren't working. What's going on? That's me, isn't it? All right, question number 2. You're turning left from a main road into a side road, okay? What should you do if there's a pedestrian on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? Read that question again, yeah? You're turning left from a main road into a side road. Quite normal to do. What should you do if there's a pedestrian on the pavement waiting to cross the side road? Waiting to cross the side road, okay? Sound your horn and let the pedestrian know you're there. Wait and give way to the pedestrian. Flash your lights to encourage the pedestrian to cross, or carry on turning into the side road. A, B, C, or D. Now, I can see a lot of people on the screen saying B. Tanburi, Alina, Biho, Inese, Sam, B12, you're all saying B. Zia saying B as well. Somebody's just waving at me. Wave back to you. Hi. Rimple is saying B. There's a couple of D's. Ellie Black is saying D. Cheryl is saying B as well. Joel is saying B. Amin is saying B. So lots of B's and D's coming through, actually. It's just B's and D's. All right. Kind of makes sense. Let's look at the other answers. Sound your horn to let the pedestrian know you're there. No, you don't pap your horn unless they're about to step out. Yeah, unless they're causing a danger. But look, they're telling us here there's a pedestrian on the pavement waiting to cross, okay? So you don't need to pap your horn. You don't need to sound your horn. That could startle them. It could scare them. All right, especially if it's a young child or an elderly person. Flash your lights and encourage the pedestrian to cross. Definitely don't do that. That is not a good idea, okay? Flash your lights, encourage the pedestrian to cross. What if you did flash your lights, but the pedestrian didn't look the other way and started to cross, and they did not see a car come in the opposite direction and get runs over? That could be quite bad. So never flash your lights at anybody and never encourage or beckon them to cross the road. Let them make their own safe decision, okay? So a lot of you saying either B, wait and give way to the pedestrian, or C, carry on turning into the side road. Okay, let's look at the hint. You should give way to pedestrians crossing or waiting to cross the road into which or from which you're turning. That was the tongue twister. Be patient if they're cautious and let them check that it's safe from all directions before they step into the road. Do not signal or wave them to cross. Signal is either flashing lights or papping your horn, okay? Don't wave them to cross. All right, so it says you should let them cross, okay? So, yeah. So B would be the correct answer in this case, okay? B would be the correct answer. Now, with that in mind, be aware what's behind you as well. So when you check your mirrors first, you've signaled, you should know what vehicle is behind you. So what you don't want to do when it says wait and give way to the pedestrian, you don't want to slam your brakes on and allow them to cross, because something behind you, another vehicle behind you, might smack into you, and that's obviously not safe. Only let them cross if it's safe to do so, yeah? Okay, question number 3. How would underinflated tires affect your vehicle? How would underinflated tires affect your vehicle? The vehicle's headlights would aim high. B is the vehicle's gear change mechanism would become stiff. The vehicle's stopping distance would increase, or flash rate of the vehicle's indicators would increase. A, B, C, or D. Right, some silly answers on here, isn't it? So we're going to ideally want to get rid of the 2 silly answers, and you're left with 2 potential answers, and then think which is the most safest option on that, okay? So how would underinflated tires affect the vehicle? So underinflated means you haven't got enough air pressure in your tires. That will affect, you know, your driving ability, okay? Your vehicle's headlight would aim too high. Most likely not, but sometimes it might do, depends. Or if, you know, it's the front or rear. The vehicle's gear change mechanism would become stiff. No, not really, okay? The vehicle's stopping distance would increase. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, because that's the handling of the car. Yeah, it's all about the handling of the car, this question, okay? Or D, the flash rate of the vehicle's indicators would increase. Well, that's definitely not going to happen. We know that's definitely not going to happen, okay? Just realised my pencil power is just decided to die, so I'm going to have to use my hands on this one, on the screen. Okay, so the answer is C. The vehicle stopping distance would increase. A lot of you saying C. Abdullah, Pass is saying C. Zia saying C. C for cockpit, somebody said. Zia saying C, C, C. Nusrat saying C. Noah is also saying C. Wani is saying C. Kabir, Precious, yeah, everybody's pretty much saying C. Karen, you just said B, though. The vehicle's gear change makes it, yeah, no, it wouldn't, I'm afraid. Well, not afraid, actually, it's good that it wouldn't make that difference. Okay, so C is the correct answer. Now, I might let a wrong answer slip through here, because then we can explain it later on, yeah? Okay, let's just look at how it goes. Question 4, you're driving on the motorway. Which lane should you get into well before you reach your exit? The left-hand lane, the hard shoulder, the right-hand lane, or the middle lane, okay? You're driving on a motorway. Which lane should you get into well before you reach your exit? One is saying A, Annie's saying A, Bella's saying A, Precious saying A, Karen is saying A as well. Enise is saying A, Jeremeli saying A, Richard 20 is saying A, Cabs is saying A, Rimpicall is saying C though. Beho said, yeah, most of you are actually saying A. Riley is saying B, the hard shoulder. Okay, let's look at the answer. So this one actually is quite an easy one. A is the correct answer. Yeah, we're driving the left in this country, don't we? We're driving the left-hand side, okay? So it's telling you which lane should you get into before you want to get to your exit, okay? So that means you have to get into the left-hand lane. Hard shoulder, nope, that's only used for emergencies, breakdowns, etc. So you should not get into the hard shoulder lane to take an exit. Yeah, that's not safe. Right-hand lane? Nope. How will you then move over 3 lanes to get over to your exit? That's going to be very dangerous. Same thing with the mid lane. You've got a lot of work to do to jump over, haven't you? Yeah. And that's not safe. So, yep, a lot of you were saying A. A is the correct answer. There was a couple of people saying B and C, but not many. But luckily, probably 95% of you were saying A, which is the correct answer. Excellent. Well done. Now, guys, if you're finding this helpful, and you was thinking, yeah, the way I'm explaining the questions and the answers, it makes sense. If you're happy with them, click the follow button, click the subscribe button there right now, and also like this video as well. Keep liking. Let's get these likes going and the views going, and come back and watch this video over and over again. So those that are live watching this right now, you can come back to this video again at your own time when you want to, and watch it over and over and over again. So you can start understanding the questions and the answers, how I'm breaking them down, and getting to really start to think about, this makes sense, or that makes sense, so on. All right, so yeah, make sure you're following, you're liking, and so on. Okay, question number 5. Let me just double check I've got the right answer. Yes, left lane. Question 5 is, what's a cover note? What's a cover note? Is it a document issued before you receive your MOT certificate, a document issued before you receive your driving license, a document issued before you receive your registration document, or a document issued before you receive your insurance certificate? Dr. S.A. says, I'm trying to learn English with you. Excellent, fantastic. If I can help you out in many ways than just learning a theory test and driving test, be my guest. Jump online, it's all good. Now, like I see a lot of people saying D. Loki, Alan, Precious all saying D. Germelli saying D. B12 saying D. Mia saying D. Precious saying D. Kimmy saying D. Eddie saying the last one. Amy Gibson saying D as well. Maria saying D. Yeah, all saying D. Anisa just said C though, actually. A cover note is an old thing that you used to kind of get, but now it's just all email. Back in the day, it used to be they gave you a cover note, a little piece of paper that you had really quickly, which is good. So if you ever get stopped by the police or whatever else, you can show them your cover note and then prove that you've got insurance. And that was the safest way to do it. But yeah, absolutely right. D is the correct answer. So it is all about insurance. It's all about insurance. So the other answers: A, MOT, no. Before you do driving license, no. Before you receive your registration document, no. It is about your insurance. So yep, excellent, well done. Somebody says one of them. Excellent, good answer. That one is. It is. You've got to tell me which one it is, not just one of them. Okay, question 6. Why should drivers be more careful on roads where trams also operate? Okay, so pick out the keywords. Why should drivers be more careful on roads where trams also operate? Because trams can't stop for cars. Because trams don't have a horn. Because trams don't have lights, sorry. Or because trams can't steer to avoid obstructions. A, B, C, or D. Samaya is saying A, Sam's is saying D, Whitening Studio is saying D, Precious saying D, Alina saying D, Biho saying A, Samaya is still saying A, Abdullah saying, I don't know what you said, the screen just went quickly. You said D as well. Right, lots of A's and D's coming through, actually. This is actually quite a mixed bag on this one, guys. Okay, so a tram, we know a tram operates on tram tracks, i.e. train tracks, yes? Train tracks. Now, let's have a look at the answers. Because trams can't stop for cars. Yes, they can. They do have brakes. So they can stop for cars. Kathleen Cashage is saying A or D. Right. So we know it's not A. Because they can stop for cars. They do have brakes. Because trams don't have a horn. Yes, they do have a horn. Yeah, they do have a horn to make you aware of their presence. Because trams don't have lights. Yes, they do have lights. Yeah, to be on the roads, you need to have all of those sort of things, okay? What they can't do is they can't steer. They just cannot steer, can they? Because they are on tram tracks, yeah? And the tram tracks will only take them on one path, won't they? Think about it this way, okay? So, yeah, the answer is D, because trams can't steer to avoid obstructions. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? If it makes sense, double tap your screen right now. Double tap. Let's get to 15K, 15,000 likes as well. So this is what you got to do. This is how you got to break the answers down and the questions down. So pick out the keywords in the question, pick out the keywords in the answers, and then think, what is it all about? Yeah, trams cannot steer. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Question 7. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? Let's look at the picture. You intend to turn left at the traffic lights. What should you do just before turning? Is it A, move up closer to the car ahead, move out to the right, check your right mirror, or check for bicycles on your left. Now think, which is the safest option here? Which is the safest option? Yeah, you want to turn left at the traffic lights. Okay, so why would you move out to the right? Unless you're a lorry, no, you don't move out to the right. You're in a car. Yeah, you want to turn left, you stay to the left, don't you? Okay. A, move up closer to the car ahead. Well, why would you want to move up closer to the car ahead? This looks like we're on a hill. So if you move up closer to this car ahead, this car might reverse and hit you. That's not a good idea either, okay? Check your right mirror, but you're turning left. Why should you check your right mirror if you're turning left? You should check your left mirror because you're turning left, aren't you here, yeah? So the answer is check for bicycles on your left. Kathleen is saying D, for God's sake. Kathleen's on one. The answer is D, absolutely right. But my job is here to explain it, yeah? Explain what's going on here, okay? So yeah, pretty much all of you saying D. In fact, I can see everybody saying D. Yeah, nobody's actually got this answer wrong. Alan Coombs saying D. D Khan. Kim, Hales, Alina, yep, you're pretty much every single one of you saying D. Wonderful, excellent. It's common sense and safety, isn't it? Yeah, common sense and safety. Hi, Miss LK, I'm good. How are you? Question 8. At an incident, someone is suffering from severe burns. How could you help them? Read that question again. Pick out the keywords. At an incident, someone is suffering from severe burns. How can you help them? Okay. There's lots of clues in that answer. Remove anything sticking to the burns. Apply lotions to the injury. Douse the burns with clean, cool water, or burst any blisters. A, B, C, or D on this one. A, B, C, or D. Kathleen Cash is then A or C. Right, okay. Okay. Binho, saying A. Precious saying C. Rosie saying A. So you're saying remove anything sticking to the burns. D sounds painful, says Liz. Burst any blisters. Absolutely. Right, guys, let's read the question again very carefully. At an incident, somebody's suffering from severe burns. Severe burns. Now, I'm going to say something here. If you're not medically trained, you do not touch them. Okay, so A, Kathleen, remove anything sticking to the burns? No, don't do it. It's going to peel the skin. It's going to cause more injury. Do not touch them at all. Apply lotions to the injury? No, absolutely not. Yeah, unless you're medically trained or you're in a hospital, you don't apply any lotions to the injury whatsoever. Remember, they're suffering from severe burns. Douse the burns with clean, cool water. That would make more common sense. And at the moment, it's the safest option, okay? D, burst any blisters. Again, no, don't touch them. Do not touch them. If you can get some clean, cool water, keep pouring on them, keep dousing them so, you know, it reduces the pain of the burns. I've been there myself. I've had severe burns on my hand before, and yeah, and literally all I just did, kept my hand in a bucket of cold water, and honestly, the pain just pretty much goes. Don't do anything else, yeah? If you're not medically trained, like I said, you don't want to touch them. Do not touch them, and certainly don't remove anything sticking to the burns either, okay? Okay, so C is the correct answer on here, okay? The Purple Mama says, I'm a medic, so I've got a slight advantage here. I'll keep quiet on these ones. No, Purple Medic, actually, you know what? That's what you actually want to give us a bit more advice, because I also learn from your advice. If you are a medic and you give me some good trained advice, I could learn from that as well. I'm a firm believer, no matter what age you are, every day is a learning day. Every day you can learn something new. I'm not medically trained, so if somebody taught me something, I'd be like, okay, thanks for that. I will remember that on the next occasion if ever I ever need to use it. All right, guys, if you're finding this really helpful, click the follow button, click the subscribe button over on YouTube, and then just keep liking these videos and lives as well, and get that going. Thank you very much. Okay, hopefully the medic, hopefully I gave good advice there on this question. I'm hoping that was perfect advice. Please tell me yes or no. Okay, let's click on the next one. Did I click the correct one? Douse burns clean, cool water. Yeah, correct, good stuff. Okay, so what does this sign mean? Purple Mama, it says excellent, excellent. I'm happy with that, good stuff. What does this sign mean? Again, this is actually a really easy one. Look at the shape, look at the color and the content. You know what it actually is, okay? Is it distance to parking place ahead? Distance to public telephone ahead? Distance to passing place ahead? Or distance to public house ahead? A, B, C, or D? Again, it's really easy. Where would you see this blue square sign with a P in it, and also tells you it's 1 mile ahead? Okay, so think of it that way. Where would you see that sign now? I can see every single one of you give me the correct answer. Big Temmie, Rimpies, Precious, Saga, Atifa, Manpreet, Agnes, A for Apple, somebody just said. A for My Apple, excellent. Mohammed is saying A as well. Kim is saying A. Amina is saying A. You're pretty much all saying A. Yeah, correct answer. It is distance to parking place ahead, yeah? Okay, so yeah, it's not the public telephone, passing place, or public house ahead. Okay, so yeah, it is A. Excellent, well done. Okay, question 10 is, are passengers allowed to ride in a caravan that's been towed? Are passengers allowed to ride in a caravan that's been towed? Okay, no, not at any time. Only if all the seats in the towing vehicle are full. Only if a stabilizer fitted, or yes, if they're over 14. A, B, C, or D. What do you think the answer is, guys? Mia is saying A. Wheelie bin. Wheelie Bros is saying A. Precious saying A. Shannon is saying A. Hall is saying, is it Hawleaf? Is saying A. Gal is saying A. Yeah, you're pretty much all saying A. Faith is saying A as well. Mia is saying A. Young Justin is saying A. Mummy has just said C. Only if it's tables not fitted. Okay. So yeah, the answer is no, not at any time. Okay, it could be quite dangerous. All right, it could be very dangerous if passengers are in the caravan while it's being towed. You're not allowed to do that. It could be very, very, very unsafe. Okay, let's look at the answers. Only if the seats in the turned vehicle are full. Nope. Only stabilizers are fitted. Nope. Yes, if they're over 13. Nope. Not the right answer. So yeah, I think the safest option is no, not at any time. They're not allowed to travel in a caravan. Brand, thanks for all the gifts. Much appreciate it. 65 Pussy Bears. Fantastic. Question 11. What does this sign mean? Let's look at the question a little bit. What does this sign here mean? Okay, give way to buses. Route for buses. Route for trams. Or give way to trams. A, B, C, or D? Brand, I love all the gifts. Much appreciated, my friend. Much appreciated. Right, Rosie is saying C. Alina is saying C. Kim is saying D. Karen is saying C. TJ Crossley is saying C. Mia is saying C. Whitening Studio is saying D. Mia, with loads of A's, is saying... Where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's just disappeared. You're saying C as well. Route for trams. Okay, lots of people getting this right, actually. Yeah, loads of C's coming through. A few A's coming through. Yeah, okay. So the clue is literally that little normally bit at the top there. Okay, and that tells you this is for trams, and only trams only allowed to go. Okay, so give way to buses. No, it doesn't. Nothing about buses. Route for buses. Again, nothing about buses. Give way to trams, or trams only. Sorry, route for trams. Okay, so what do you think it's gonna be? I'm already saying C. I think it's the right answer as well, actually. In Leicester, we don't actually have any trams here, so I've never seen this sign before myself. So I would imagine C is the correct answer. It's not a giveaway sign at all, is it? Yeah. Nicole is saying route for trams. Yeah, excellent. Well done. Good. Okay, we're going to go for C. If it's wrong, doesn't matter. We can always fix it or look at the answer later on and break it down a bit more. Okay. Question 12. What do you need before you can legally use a motor vehicle on the road? An appropriate driving license, proof of your identity, a vehicle handbook, or breakdown cover? A, B, C, or D on this one? A, B, C, or D? Ooh. Okay, so driving license is Emma. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Proof of your identity, a vehicle handbook, or breakdown cover. Well, you don't need a vehicle handbook or a breakdown cover. And when it says legally, proof of your identity, well, let's not touch on that at all, okay? But you definitely legally need the appropriate driving license, whether it's a provisional driving license or a full driving license once you've passed. So A is the correct answer. Richard is saying A, Alina is saying A as well. I'm scrolling backwards. A Gal is saying A. How are UK is saying A. Dr. SA is saying A as well. Yeah, pretty much every single one of you saying A. Although Brand has just said B. Brand, come on. Yeah, it's A. A is the correct answer on this one, okay? So let's click on to the next question. Question number 13 is, what does this curved arrow road marking mean? What does this curved arrow road marking mean? So we're looking at that arrow here. What's it telling people? What's it telling you? Okay. Look at the other clues in this picture as well. So we've got that dotted line here and we've got the solid line here as well. So think, what do those lines mean? Look into the picture, look at the end and think, what could this be telling us? So the answers could be heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid a weight limit. The road ahead has a camera to the left. The road ahead bends to the left, or overtaking traffic should move back to the left. A, B, C, or D. Let me go scroll backwards a little bit. Ternan is saying D. Precious is saying D. Salah is saying C. Mohammed is saying D. Sams is saying D. Rahat is saying A. Cabs is saying D. Onye is saying C. Kim is saying D. Salah is saying C. Precious is D. Yeah, okay. There's lots of C's and D's coming through. Spams it says definitely C. Ah, spams. Okay. Alan is saying D. Natalie's saying D as well. Rosie is saying D. D, keep left. Okay, now many of you are actually saying D. Emma is saying overtakes, move back to lane. Overtakers, I think you're supposed to say. Overtakers move back in lane. All right, so Spams is saying you can see the road is bending left, so C. Okay, right, let's look at that. So C says the road ahead bends to the left. It does indeed. Well, does it though? It bends to the right though. It actually bends to the right up there. Now, what that actually tells us here, let's look at the other clues that I gave you. So, solid line here for cars coming this way means no overtaking. Okay, if you're coming up this way, because you haven't got a solid line here, you've got a broken line, which means you can overtake a slower vehicle if it's safe to do so. Now, if you're already overtaken, these arrows are saying to you, get back in your left-hand side of the road. Get back over to the left. I can actually just see at the top here that your broken line ends and your solid line starts on your side of the road as well. So you can have a double solid line, one this side and one this side, which means if you're traveling this way, you cannot overtake. If you're coming this way, you cannot overtake because it's dangerous. There's a brow of a hill here as well. If you look carefully, there's a brow of a hill, which means you cannot see what's coming the opposite way. So it's unsafe. So the correct answer is D. It's definitely not C. It's not C, yeah? Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. That's what the arrow is telling you, yeah? Overtaking traffic should move back to the left-hand side. Does that make sense? Spam says, I knew it, guys. Spams, you were wrong, though. What are you going on about? You can't take that credit. You can't take that credit. It's the trick of the light, definitely bending left. No, it's definitely bending to the right. It's okay, good. The banter is good. It doesn't matter. I love the banter. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Okay, if you're overtaking, get back on the left-hand side of the road. Question 14. Your vehicle is stored in the middle of a level crossing. What should you do if the warning bells start to ring while you're trying to restart the engine? Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. Run down the track to warn the signal operator. Carry on trying to restart the engine, or push the vehicle clear of the crossing. Now, this one is actually can be very dangerous. So think ultimate safety on this one. Think what is going to be the safest option, okay? Your vehicle is stored in the middle of a level crossing. So that's where train tracks, yes? What should you do if the warning bells start to ring? That means there's a train coming. While you're trying to restart the engine, there's a train coming. If the warning bells start to ring, there's a train coming. What is going to be the safest option? Yeah? What is going to be the safest option? Okay, so I've just, yeah, I think I should have clicked on this one actually. Spams isn't anything apart from A. You're spamming. Of course, I should have clicked on that earlier on. I'm a bit, yeah. Okay, so A is get out of the car and clear of the crossing. That would make the safest option, wouldn't it? Okay. Run down the track to warn the signal operator. That's dangerous. Don't do that. Carry on trying to restart the engine. That is also, restart the engine. That is also dangerous. There's a train coming. Push the vehicle clear of the crossing. There's a train coming. You don't want to be in this danger. So B, C, and D are the wrong answers. Yeah, that's the dangerous answers. They're not safe. So A is the safest option. Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. Yeah, get all your occupants out of the car, all your passengers, get them out of the car, and then ring the signal operator. There should be a phone nearby. Ring that. Don't run down the track. So A is the correct answer, yeah? A lot of you getting the answer right. Marta or Marsha, Parmajit, Richard 20, Nasir, Zahid, yeah, you're all saying A, apart from Nasir, who just said C as well, actually. No, A is the safest option here, A, yeah? Safest option. Question 15. You want to turn right at a box junction. What should you do if there's oncoming traffic? You want to turn right at a box junction. What should you do if there's oncoming traffic? Is it wait before the junction until it's clear of all traffic? Drive on, you can't turn right at a box junction. Drive slowly into the box junction when signaled by oncoming traffic, or wait in the box junction if your exit is clear. A, B, C, or D? Now I can see lots of D's coming through actually. Alina saying D, Rock London saying D, Precious saying D as well, Tanbury saying D, Karen is saying D, Joby saying D, Shannon saying D as well, G saying A though, Ruby saying D, Amanda saying D, Shakira saying D as well, Young Destiny saying A, Mohammed is saying C. Okay, a few mixed questions coming through, mixed answers, shall I say, coming through. The majority of you are actually saying D, wait in the box junction if your exit is clear. Spam says, love what you're doing. I keep it up. I'm sorry for throwing people off. I don't think you were prompted throwing people off, Spams. They were way too clever for you, buddy. Way too clever for you. Shakira, TJ Crossley says, yeah, I did think of that actually, but I wasn't going to mention it, but now you said it. Dave says, A, cannot wait in the box. But can you? Can you? Okay. Wait before the box junction until it's clear of all traffic. Okay, so the answer actually is D. Wait in the box junction if your exit point is clear. Okay. If you have another vehicle in front of you, then you can't go in the yellow box junction. Okay. So you can wait in the box junction if your exit, i.e., your turn, is clear. You obviously still need to wait for the oncoming vehicles, don't you? Yeah, you need to wait for the oncoming vehicles. As soon as that's clear, then you can make a move. So wait before the junction until it's clear of traffic kind of makes sense, but you can go in the box junction if you are the leading vehicle. Okay, so B, drive on. You can't turn right at the box junction. That's the wrong answer. Yes, you can turn right at the box junction unless signs or road markings guide you otherwise. Drive slowly into the box junction where signal by oncoming traffic. No, don't listen to them. Make your own safe decision. So B and C are the wrong answers, okay? So it's either A or D. And D is the correct answer. Wait in the box junction if your exit is clear. Let's look at the hint. Hopefully I'm right. You can wait in the box junction as long as your exit is clear. At some point, there'll be a gap in the oncoming traffic or the traffic lights will change to red for them, allowing you to proceed. Yeah, and then all you got to do is you just need to clear the junction. Simple as that. Easy. So yeah, D is the correct answer. Yeah, I can still see a lot of people still saying A. I'm giving the answers, guys. It's D. Yeah, hopefully I broke it down and it kind of like makes sense. Yeah, Cabs is saying you can wait in the box junction. Amina's saying you can when you go right, only if your exit point is clear. Aruba's saying you can wait. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, a lot of you got that one right. Yeah, wonderful. Excellent. Well done, guys. Okay, let's click next. Question 16. What should you do if your vehicle pulls to one side when you use the brakes? Use your parking brake at the same time. Have the brakes checked as soon as possible. Change gear and pump the brake pedal. Increase the pressure in your tires. A, B, C, or D on this one, guys. A, B, C, or D. Think what's the safest option. So if you're pressing the brake pedal and vehicles pull to one side, that is a big clue as something is wrong with your braking system. Something is wrong with your braking system. So think, what do you need to do? Nearly says C. I don't know what that one was for. That was probably for a previous question. I've just seen Neely's just saying C over on YouTube. So I don't know was that from earlier on or was that from now? I'm not sure. Sorry, Neely. I've only just noticed that. So Amina says B is safe. Singh is saying B. You're pretty much all saying B. Yeah. Precious, Kadra, Kodlodi, Arub saying B. Defo B. Somebody says Bruna saying B. Shannon saying B as well. Said saying B. You're all saying B. Nini, Hawa, Kashif. Yep. All saying B. It's the safest option, isn't it? Yeah. Your brakes don't work. Have the brakes checked as soon as possible, okay? Let's look at the other answers so we can do a breakdown. Use your parking brake at the same time. Nope, that's the wrong answer. That could be quite dangerous. Your rear car might skid out. Change gear and pump the brake pedal. Doesn't really help. Your vehicle is still going to pull to one side, okay? Gears and the brake system are two different things. Increase the pressure in your tires. No, that's not going to help either. Yeah, so yeah, have the brakes checked as soon as possible is the correct answer. Well done, guys. Question 17, we are almost there. What should you do if your vehicle has a puncture on a motorway? What should you do if your vehicle has a puncture on a motorway? Pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency refuge area and call for assistance. Pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency refuge area, change the wheel as quickly as possible. Drive slowly to the next service area to get assistance, or switching hazard warning lights, stop in your lane. Think of the safest option here. Think of the safest option. I can see lots of A's coming through. Shakira is saying A, Alina saying A, AK1 is saying B, Nothing is saying A, NASA is saying D. Oh, Temmie's saying C. Okay, there's lots of mixed answers coming through here. So let's break it down. You're on a motorway. You're going to have vehicles coming down really fast, really quickly, okay? So it's a dangerous area to be on, to stop, especially get a puncture or a breakdown. Oh, I keep thinking this pen's working still. Okay, so pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency refuge area. That would make sense. And call for assistance. Yep, that would make sense as well. That's probably sounds a safe option, okay? Pull up on the hard shoulder or in an emergency refuge area. Change the wheel as quickly as possible. There's safety there, pulling up in a hard shoulder or emergency refuge, but there's also danger there. Change the wheel as quickly as possible. You're still going to have vehicles coming down here at 60, 70 miles an hour, sometimes faster, yeah? So that's a dangerous option. Drive slowly to the next service area to get assistance. The next service area might be 5, 10 miles away. And that way you're going to do a lot more damage to your vehicle, yeah? To your tires and your wheels and potentially, so that's not a safe option. Switch on your hazard warning light and stop in your lane. Very dangerous. You just do not stop in your lane. You can put your hazard warning lights on and tell people that you're pulling over to the refuge area or safety area, hard shoulder, but you don't want to stop in your lane, yeah? You're going to have vehicles coming towards you, okay? So, yep, call for assistance. Definitely A says Bina would make the safest option. Break the questions and the answers down, just like I'm showing you to do, yeah? That's all you got to do there. So, A is the one we're going to go for. So, as always, guys, if you're finding these questions, how I'm breaking the question down, how I'm breaking the answers down, very, very, very useful. And you start to understand what you need to do to pass your theory test. Click the follow button, click the subscribe button over on YouTube as well, and get liking and leave some comments as well. Leave some comments on this as well, okay? Cabs says I've got better at theory questions because of Baz. Thanks a lot, Baz. Very welcome, Cabs. Very welcome. Big Dog says brilliant guy. Well done on the class. Thank you very much. Much appreciate these the love on the lives. Excellent. Okay, let's click on to the next question. Question 18. When will a new car need its first MOT test? When will a new car need its first MOT test? When it's 3 years old, when it's 1 year old, when it's 7 years old, or when it's 5 years old? Promjet says you make look so easy. Thank you. You're very welcome, because I'll give you something. It is easy. You just got to break the question down, understand the question, understand the answers, then it becomes very, very, very easy. It's not about guesswork. It's about understanding and learning, isn't it? Yeah, learning it all. Right, I can see lots of B's coming through. John Williams saying 3 years. Bina saying 3 years. Lady G saying A as well. Amina's saying 3. 3 is 7 years old. That's too late. Too late there. Sam is saying A, I think. King Hammer is saying A. Thanks for the rose, John. Much appreciate that. Yeah, the answer is A. It is. When your car is 3 years old, when your brand new car is 3 years old, that's when it needs its first MOT, and then it has an MOT every year after that date. Yeah, and every single car that's out there needs to have an MOT. Okay, unless you've got a very, very, very old car, a classic car, or something that's, I believe, if it's over 40 years old, then it's probably MOT and tax exempt. I've got to check on that, but yeah, it's road tax exempt anyway. Well, it's 40 years old, but not many cars, people have 40-year-old cars out there. But yeah, okay, so yeah, when it's 3 years old is the answer on it. Most of you getting the correct answer, which is great. 1 year old is too new. It's going to be really good in condition. When it's 7 years old, that's too long. John Williams says 40-year-old car. 40-year-old is classed as a historical vehicle. Tax and MOT exempt. Yeah, I was right. It is tax and MOT exempt if it's over 40 years old. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the answer in this one is 3 years old. It's A. Well done, guys. Question 19. How should you position yourself when you use the emergency telephone on a motorway? So if you've broken down, you're going to pull up on the hard shoulder, get as close to the barrier as you can, and then hopefully there's an emergency telephone there that you use. That's the best one to use rather than your mobile phone. So when you're using that emergency telephone on the motorway, should you face the oncoming traffic, stand on the hard shoulder, keep your back to the traffic, or stay close to the carriageway? What's the safest option here? What is the safest option? Okay, you want to see the traffic coming towards you, because if there's a vehicle that might be drifting into your hard shoulder lane, that might smash into the back of your car, you want to see that vehicle coming towards you so you can act on it very quickly, okay? If you have broken down, another thing, guys, is to get all your occupants out the car. Don't keep them in the car, okay? And then, off the carriageway as well. So jump over the barrier if it's safe and stand on that grassy bit, okay, away from the carriageway, okay? So stand on the hard shoulder, dangerous option. Don't want to do that. Keep your back to the traffic. You can't see that vehicle coming towards you. That's going to be unsafe. Yeah. Stay close to the carriageway. No, move away from the carriageway. So A is the safest option here, isn't A is the safest option. Face the oncoming traffic so you can see those vehicles coming through. Yeah. Bina says B. Absolutely no. Stand on the hard shoulder. Correct. Yeah. Don't stand on the hard shoulder. Get away from it. Nothing's saying A. Rahat's saying A as well. Amelia's saying S. Rimpicall is saying A. Amelia is saying A as well. There's lots of mixed answers coming through, but A is the correct answer on this. Okay, it's the safest option, guys. Safest option. Okay, and we got the last question now. The last question. So what we got here? When may a passenger travel in a car without wearing a seatbelt? When may a passenger travel in a car without wearing a seatbelt? Is it when they're sitting in the rear seat, when they're under 14 years old, when they're under 1.5 meters in height, or when they're exempt for medical reasons? A, B, C, or D. Again, think safety on this one. Think safety. A, B, C, or D. One win says D. Pramjit says C. Cabs has said 19 out of 20, not bad. Oh, do you think we got one wrong then, Cabs? Do you think we got one wrong? We potentially might have. Agnes is saying, what did Agnes say? Agnes is saying D. Nasir is saying D. Shanna is saying D. Sarak. Oh, sorry, is it Sarak? It's Sarah. Is it Sarah Khan? You're saying D as well. Dr. S is saying B. Rockland is saying D. Precious is saying D. Now, many of you are actually saying D, which is good. Let's look at the other answers on here. When they're sitting in the rear seat, no, your passengers must wear seatbelts no matter what age they are, okay? When they're under 14 years old, yes, they must wear a seatbelt still. When they're under 1.5 meters in height, yes, they must wear a seatbelt, okay? The only time when they can, they're legally not, get my words out right. The only time when they legally don't need to wear a seatbelt is when they're exempt for medical reasons. So D is the correct answer. In fact, most of you were saying D on this one anyway. So yeah, D is the correct answer. All right, guys, well done. So we're going to click finish on this one, and we're going to see what score we get. So what score do you think we got then? I can see user 7512 saying we got 20 out of 20. Thanks for all the likes, guys, on this. Lots of people got 380, over 300 people in the room right now watching this. Oh, sorry, Cabs, you got 90. You got the MOT question wrong. And after you explain that 1 year is too new and you could condition, that's good. Okay, so Cabs, brilliant. I'm glad you've actually mentioned that. Good to put your hand up and say when you're wrong, but it's all right. You'll remember that next time. Will Hawley said we got 19. Mate, make sense. We got 20 out of 20. Rahat says we got 20 out of 20. Alan saying we got 20 out of 20. Let's click finish. Did we get 20 out of 20? Do you have a YouTube channel? I do indeed. Yeah, the link is in my TikTok bio. You will see. I'll actually link it in a second. We're going to click next. Finish this off, and then I'm going to end the live stream on YouTube as well. So we're live on YouTube and TikTok here at the same time. Jay says, I've been waiting to catch you live, mate. I passed my theory test. Excellent. Well done, Jay. Well done. Hopefully, how I'm breaking it down has actually helped all of you guys out. So let's click finish. There it is. 20 out of 20. Why did we get 20 out of 20? Because we break the questions down, because we start to understand the answers and the questions in particular. Pick out the key words in those questions and then really think about it, okay? A lot of people will just go for memorizing the question and go through it really quickly. But what you got to do, remember, is you've got to understand the questions, understand the answers, and everything will make sense. Everything will make sense. So that's exactly how you need to do it. Okay, guys. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay. Everybody on TikTok, just stay on. Don't leave just yet. We're going to have a look at. I've got a couple of questions coming through about this app. We'll look at that in a second. But thanks everybody on YouTube for watching this live. You can watch this again. It will be on in the live section of my YouTube channel, so you can watch all of these videos over and over and over again and start to understand how I'm breaking the questions and the answers down for you. Okay, right, so thanks very much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, liking the video, and drop a comment as well, or even questions. If you've got questions, I will come back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching the live, guys. I will see you on the next live.